Greetings, folks, the man here, and welcome back to the tier list for Alex's mobs. Now, here's the thing, this is where we left off last time, which is weird to say because I just finished recording the last time like 3 seconds ago, but for you it's like half a week later. So I'm sorry for making you wait. For me, it's just incredible. Let's just jump right into it, okay? The Soul Vulture. This is a dodgy one for me. It's a dodgy creature because like purpose-wise, I want to put it in D. Coolness-wise, want to put it in B. So what ends up happening is wait, is this shoebill like glitched out? Have I put it over or something? Ah, the seal, the poor seal. I put it in there because it's kind of forgettable. Oh no, and I put a shoebill over it. Okay, the soul launcher can go right there. Fantastic. Snow leopard again. Oh my God, C tier is just gonna be overflowing. I'm gonna have to start piling these up. I'm gonna put it right there. Snow leopard, because there isn't really much use for it. It's another just like an aesthetic mob. You're going to see them wandering around when you're exploring the mountains. And here's the thing, you know what snow leopards are good for? They're good for looking at them and going, hey, look, a snow leopard. That's the only thing you're going to use them for. Now, these things are crazy joyrides. Okay, these things are basically uh, the less safe versions of the Endergrade for fun-loving lunatics. Because the Endergrade is safe, it's slow, it'll take you where you want to go. It's just a lovely creature. This thing, on the other hand, will whip you up and whip you down. And like, here, okay, imagine uh, my cursor is me and the specter is the specter, and we're going on going from one island to the other. Here's what it looks like. Oh, look, we're here. See, that's why I'm gonna put them in E tier, okay? Because the ender grades kind of just make them pointless, because they're just it's like if you get on a specter, it's like choosing to travel on a horse on a modern day highway. It's just a wrong thing to do. The crow. Now the crow is like it has a purpose that sounds incredible on paper, but in real life, it's really not that good. Because if it was, I'd use it a lot. It basically, you have to have a bunch of crows if you want to get the job done. And they can be used in like farms and stuff, I think. Basically, what it does is if you're holding an item, or just there's items lying about, crow will pick up the item and it will get the item back to you. But really, is that really like one crow isn't really that help. The only way you can really get the proper worth out of that feature is to have a bunch of crows, right? But you're not gonna have a bunch of crows because that's just stupid. Who travels around with just a murder of crows? It's not productive. It's I like the crows, okay? Like may bro the crow rest in peace, but they're just not that important. Same thing with the alligator snapping turtle, which I think you can make a helmet out of this shell. Besides that, besides that, I don't think they're used for anything, guys. I think they're just like a big swamp thing. Why is the rain just intensified? Why is weather like impeding me from making my Minecraft tier list? It's just, come on. In front of my screen, no, on my screen is Among Us. Now this is just. I'm kidding. I can't bring myself. I can't like this entire game and that entire culture goes against everything I am. Okay, it's just the only like I don't. It's like the only word like just the game is Among Us was just is a good game, great idea, but it's just the culture that it built around itself. Just sus 100,000 million IQ plays sus murder. Just oh my god, it's just how do I say this? It's internet capitalism. I'm not a fond. I'm really not fond of it. Also, I was gonna put it here, but then I remembered. If you kill it, it unleashes it like literally all hell breaks loose because where you slay down Among Us, it will sprout from it just a army of the Nether. Okay, Zoglin, it spawns in Hoglins, but then they turn into the more aggressive and more difficult to deal with Zoglins, which is just a hassle. I don't know if I fixed it or not, or if it's just meant to be. You know what? I might even. Oh yeah, I remember. There's the drip Easter egg. Mantis shrimp, very colorful. I have no clue what they're used for. They're very pretty. Okay, I was gonna put them here for just being kind of meh, but you know what? They're pretty. Pretty privilege exists. Okay, don't even. I'm not gonna get whatever. Now the Guster. I used to pronounce their names as the Goosters, which is incredible. Just Goosters. That's what I called them. Which is, yeah, the gust of wind. That is what their names are inspired by. They're walking sandstorms. They're tornadoes with eyes. They're kind of, I was going to say they're useless, but they give you the bag of sand, which is an awesome weapon. It's just a bag of sand with, it's just, you can throw sand in your enemy's eyes, okay? Which is a great feature. Okay, it's an absolutely incredible feature. Okay, I love it. Absolutely love it. And here we have our first S tier mob. Okay, the Chad of Chads. Probably my arch nemesis in the entire mod. Okay, like I don't know if it's that. Okay, the centipede and the worm, they're also like pretty up there. But it's the one with the most personality. Warp Moscow. It looks like Buzzwhirl. It's just an absolutely ripped mosquito. It's so good. It's like the third Pokemon in this evolution of the Fly to the Crimson Mosquito. Oh my god, I love this creature so much. Plus, it gives you the thing you need to it gives you the thing that you need to craft the Hemolymph. I think the Hemolymph Blaster. I think that's what it's called. It's pretty cool. It's like a weird space weapon. I love it. Warp Moscow, absolutely amazing creature. Like this is the best of the best. Okay, the cream of the crop. The wider. We have the wider. It's just an annoyance. It's annoyance which I was going to put here. But then you realize it's a weird annoyance. But it gives you probably one of the greatest items in the game, which is a surfboard that you can put on lava and then surf on lava. Okay, and that is why, actually it has to be A tier because I put the bone serpent there. It's just so fun. The straddle board is one of the greatest things in the game. Like no joke, it's one of the greatest things in the entire mod. And the bone serpent, I put it there in episode 1 because it's basically like a whole new video game where you're surfing across the lava and the bone serpents jump out of the lava and try to get you, and you have to avoid them. So you see why those two tie in, and they're just so good. I don't really want to classify the Stradpole as its own mob, really, because it's just more like projectile weapons for. I'm just gonna put it very as usual, which is on top of the wider, which then it will hurl at my neck directly. Because they're not really mobs of their own. They don't have their own drops. They're just like baby striders or baby widers. I don't know what they are. They're ugly and it's just depressing. Okay, they go the Nintendo path of using children as weapons, which is not okay. Then you have emus, which are, did I say that weird? Emus, whatever. They won a war against the Australian government, but yeah, I don't. Yeah, again, see, I think I'm gonna have to put it in D tier. Okay, I'm gonna have to put it in D tier. They're not really. They're kind of cool. I believe you can farm them. They have their big eggs. Don't really do much. Okay, they really don't do that much. Platypus, on the other hand, they also don't do that much. Wink, wink. Almost messed that up completely. The platypus are absolutely sick. They help you find, they are, part of a hierarchy that's going to lead to something absolutely incredible. Okay, which will come later in the video. Just bear with me here, okay? They deserve. Plus, there's the whole Paradoplatipus thing. They can wear fedoras. Absolutely incredible creatures. Absolutely incredible. The drop bear, on the other hand, it's a weird one. Super cool. Super cool idea. They came with the Australian update, which instead of adding just normal koalas to the world, they made them the size of grizzly bears and made them hang to the roof. Awesome idea, right? But here's the thing. I haven't really encountered these in survival mode. They aren't really that abundant. And when they attack, I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to. Okay, plus they drop the upside down potion, which helps you go upside down. So I'm gonna have to put them in B tier. Just like this is a strong B tier because they've earned this one. Okay, they've earned this one proper. Tasmanian Devil. It's not. It's just meh. Again, it's just what are you gonna use them for? Really, I guess you could be like cheeky and just have one as a pet, but again, kangaroos on the other hand, I don't know. Should I? Oh, there's a conflict. Oh, they're so good. I love them so much. Like probably like the favorite pet, the captain in Alex in the series is just a character now. Here's the thing though, I'm gonna have to do it. Okay, you might not, but it's just they can wield any weapons, even modded ones, and they're just a force to be reckoned with. Ooh, I think it's another S tier. Okay, I don't want to overload the top tier. Okay, I want to keep it exclusive. But the whale is just so goddamn good. It's just ah. Again, as I said in the last episode, I have an ape brain and massive creatures excite me. Okay, so when I see a giant whale just cruising on through the ocean, yeah, that's gonna tickle my mind. Okay, that's gonna make me feel happy. Plus, they give you the echolocation tools with which you can do a bunch of different stuff. They're really cool. Okay, I love them. I love the whales. The leaf cutter ants, on the other hand, they're kind of obscure. No one really runs into them because they spawn rarely in jungle biomes. I'm gonna have to put them here. I know they have their whole thing going on where they have a queen and they have a whole nest. They're just not that. They're just not that it. Okay, they don't have it. Okay, they're not it. Endophage. Endophage, again, direct A tier because it's part of the crazy hierarchy. That's gonna come into play in a minute. Absolutely awesome. Oh, the eagle. Oh, the really good ones are popping up now. Eagle is A tier too. I have to do it because of that crazy drone mechanic where you can just put them on your arm. You can send them out, and then you can control the friggin' bird. If anyone's played Spider-Man for the PS4, you know how you can control the drones that Spidey sends out, the little spiders that like look around for stuff in many games? That is what you can do with the eagle. It's like introducing a crazy new mechanic to Minecraft. Like I've never seen anything like it before in any mod, in any like anything, anywhere. It's incredible. The tiger is again solid C tier. Okay, the C tier I think is just full of real life animals. They're very cool, but you're not really gonna get too cushy with them, except like the crazy magic vulture, I guess. But then again, it's just a vulture that's gonna like peck you in the nether. But the tiger, you're not really gonna interact with it much. I mean, it's cool, of course. The tiger, tigers are cool by default. Not really gonna do anything with it, are you? No. Next we have the tarantula hawk. Now this one is like a weird, nasty bug. But I have to put it in A tier because they can give you temporary elytras. It's like I think they give you a crappier form of craftable elytra. And craftable elytra is just an elite level phrase. Okay, it's like just that phrase is S tier itself, but the bug is not because it's not as godlike as these ones. What's the next one? Ooh, there it is. There it is, the ultimate S tier Chad mob. The biggest boss, the most awesome. You know how much trouble one has to go through while summoning this thing? Here's what you have to do. You have to get a platypus, feed it some redstone, get it to dig up a maggot from the pond floor, get that maggot, I believe you have to take the maggot into the nether, somehow turn it into like a crimson larva, I think. So now it's a nether maggot. Then you go to the end, like just trivially, just go to the end real quick, finish the game as you're supposed to, track down the endophage, smack one of those downs, steal those heads. I believe they're called. I don't know what they're called. I forgot. But you have to. There's a machine on their heads. Basically, you take that, you shove the crimson larva into that. Then you get a suspicious worm, I think, which is a nasty wiggly creature, which you then throw into the void, which will make the void worm go, "Is that a child falling from the heavens?" And then the void worm come out and explore to see who's throwing children into the void. And then, after you have defeated the Void Worm, which is a crazy boss battle, you get one of the greatest items in the entire game. I mean, the mod, which is the pickaxe that allows you to open wormholes through space. Such a cool animal. So cool. Just incredible. The frilled shark, on the other hand. You can make a shield out of its teeth. It spawns in underground ravines. No one cares. I'm sorry, okay, I'm sorry. No one cares. The octopus, on the other hand, instantaneous A tier. Okay, they can be pets, they're smart, you can put them into buckets, they can turn into a lot of different stuff. They're just awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I love them. Mimic octopuses, like, they are one of the favorite mobs I have out of the entire game. Okay, the seagull is our... Oh boy, I messed it up. The seagull is our final mob in the update, which I have not made a video on because it's the only mob that the update adds. I made a little community post about it, but I don't think that counts. So the seagull, I love the seagull. Here's the thing. It's like C tier because it can do some cool stuff. Okay, basically, if you feed it some lobster, it's gonna help you find lost treasures. Okay, it's gonna go and sit on the exact X so you can find the treasure. Plus, they have like a little cute little mechanic that's gonna make them steal food out of your inventory. But beyond that, they're just uh, aesthetic mobs, aren't they? Pretty much, because you're not gonna they're like one of those things. Like basically, okay. Here's the thing. Now that I'm like basically done with the tiering, not the tiering. That sounds like a weird synonym for crying. Oh my God, what's wrong with my voice? Tiering sounds like a weird synonym for crying, which is not. Basically, I'm done with the tier list. Let me just give my thoughts. Let's go from down to up. F tier. These creatures I don't like because of just like outright broken mechanics, which make the game actively unfun. The Mimic Cube, you can't defeat it if it attacks you first when you have a shield. The Mungus is kind of like a gag creature basically, but if you destroy the gag creature, it's gonna unleash madness. The E tier ones, which kind of have are the ones which kind of have purposes, but they're like you're not really gonna explore them. Then you're just gonna walk past them. Now the Spectre you're not gonna walk past. It's a cool creature, but it's bumped down here because of damage grade, which just does its job better. That's why it's down here. In D tier, you have the ones that you'll go, huh, that's kind of cool. Like they're the ones where you'll just kind of you probably won't really look into their mechanics. Like you'll do it if it's easy. Like if you were just to run across an alligator snapping turtle, and if you get its drops, you may make the helmet, you may make the boots, but you're not really gonna be invested. Like you're not. These aren't like super important when it comes to the game. Now the C tier ones are probably the ones that you're gonna interact with them like once every playthrough. Like you'll probably like tame a raccoon, you'll try to get the hat from the moose, probably try to make arrows once, probably try to get a treasure using the seagull mechanic once. You're not really going to be using these creatures and their mechanics over and over and over again. In B tier are the creatures that are going to leave a mark. Okay, the crocodile and orca are like constant threats that you have to watch out for in big biomes. The sunbird adds a sense of mysticism to the game. It's lore. It's like pseudo lore. It's like perfect. Then there's things like the cave centipede, which again threat lobster, which is a cool collectible. It like taps into that Pokemon psychology. We have the warp toad, the goose star, which are like they just have cool drops. You can do cool things with them. Okay, you're gonna have memories with these. The A tier ones are sort of like the quests which you're actively going to be doing. Like you're actively going to try and get the straddle board from the wider. You're going to try and get an octopus and make it turn into other stuff. Like you want these things. Like these are the things you're doing when playing the game. And in S tier we have the absolute legendary creatures. These are the end game creatures. Well, maybe not the kangaroo. The kangaroo is personal preference. So is the whale, perhaps. But the rest, like the warp Moscow and voidworm, are probably what you're going to be working towards throughout the gameplay. Okay, eventually you're going to collect stuff that directly leads to the voidworm. Like it is the Thanos of Alex's mobs for now. It is sick. The whale is just like again, we hate to admit it, but we all just love like massive animals just roaming through the ocean. Okay, if they added a whale that was bigger than the cachalot whale, we would love the bigger whale more than the cachalot whale because it's bigger. Let's just be honest with ourselves. All right. Then we have the bald eagle, which has the greatest mechanic in the entire game. Like I truly believe that the sort of you can send him out and you can see through his eyes, and you can attack creatures. I believe you can take items back. I believe you can break blocks. It's just an awesome, awesome, awesome creature. And I think that's about does it. In the comments below, you should tell me what other tier lists I should do, if any. And comment down below if you hated it. Now, if you hated it, then man, we don't want any more of these. Comment down that below too, if you want. I butchered that sentence. I'm sleepy. But yeah, I probably want to do one on like my own videos. Ooh, that would be incredible. Just on my own videos, not even the mods. I can do a separate one on mods. Aha, I can milk this. But on that note, guys, I hope you've liked, I hope you've commented, and I hope you've subscribed. A goodbye.